Still Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
Somehow I'm still Spencer.
And I will forever remain Daniel.
And wouldn't you know it, we are finally at the end of the Ricky Gervais show.
Oh my God.
It's only taken us about 2 years to get through this. We're on the final episode. The Year is the title. This is the last time you're going to be able to say what it's really about.
Bugs.
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 That's right.
Man.
That's right. Let's not kid around anymore. Let's just dive into it. Y'all know I usually take out the intro part to get it through YouTube, copyright, and all that. But I'll leave it in this time, just because it's the last one.
It's the last
3,
one.
2, 1. Let's go.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's do it, man.
Here, isn't it?
Go on.
No, I'm just saying, when you look at it like that over a year,
Yeah.
just a lot of stuff has gone on.
What's stuck out for you?
If you were doing your own review of the year, what would you put on the front cover?
The grub that was eating biscuits on the windowsill.
Right.
Just because it's I never thought I'd see that this year.
So
It was just I was there on the computer. I was having a cup of tea and a biscuit. I put the biscuit on the windowsill. I sort of picked it up.
why would you do that?
Why
would you put a biscuit on a windowsill?
Because I'm sat next to the windowsill.
It's like something from a cartoon. I put the pie on the windowsill to cool down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so,
some ruffians stole it.
Yeah.
so I was eating that and I was enjoying it. Put the rest of it back down for like the next half of the cup of tea. And I saw
Planned out. This is. I bet. Well, we read about this later in the diary.
and then I saw just like a little crumb moving. I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
So I looked down closer and there's an insect that is see-through, but with legs. And just sort of running off with a crumb into like a little hole. And then when I looked, I noticed there was loads of these little see-through things. And they were obviously all like, oh, we got biscuit. And
That's exactly what they were saying. They were going, biscuits over here.
but like I say, it was amazing because it was they're miles away from what I'm about, and yet
Not that far.
they're still like a bit of biscuit, and it was just weird that happened. And that's what's nice, isn't it? That's what's nice about the night.
God. He is like, I've seen one comment that said, Carl is like the unorthodox mixture of a little child and an old man.
Yes.
And
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit that amuses him. That, he has a bug problem and it's affecting his biscuit and tea. A very British problem.
Yes. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The nature of the world. We can invent iPods. We can bring out better vacuum cleaners. But at the end of the day, you can't make nature up. And to see this see-through thing eating a biscuit, that's where I've sort of gone this year. I'd say out of anything, I've sort of gone out of my way to learn more stuff about weird stuff that's out
But I don't
there.
know what you've learned. You've learned that
A creature which you can't even identify or
you
name.
don't know, right? You don't know what it is, right? Looked like it nicked a bit of crumb. I don't know what knowledge is that. What is that? How is that useful?
Just because everything is changing.
But it's not useful. It's not useful to you, and it's not useful to anyone. You can't pass on that as knowledge because we don't know what it was,
But Carl
or where
thinks,
it happened, or why it happened.
But Rick, Carl thinks that the grub has an inkling, has a taste for McVitie's in the same way that Carl does. That's why he's from Meg's. He's thinking, I can't believe it. We both love hobnobs.
No, as opposed to just being taking the
He would have
starch
eaten
from the
anything.
flour.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that these things have been around for years,
Yes.
maybe longer than us,
Yes.
right? Now, their life isn't changing in the way that ours have. They still live in a little crack in the wall.
Yeah.
But they're eating biscuit. And that was never meant to happen. The squirrels in the park, because people are feeding them Mars bars and everything, they're getting fatter, they're getting bigger, they're getting more violent. Now, over time, you know, they're going to cause more trouble than they
What
are now.
evidence have you got that they get more violent?
Just because when I'm sat in the park and what have you, they're really like cocky. They come up to you now and sort of jump up on the bench and sort of attack you for food. They're not happy with acorns now. They want a bit of croissant. And that's what I'm saying. They've changed. They're changing over time. Just like that grub having a biscuit. Everything's trying different food out.
He'll want a gatto soon.
Everything's getting more intelligent. The goldfish memory's got better. Chickens are more intelligent than people thought they were, apparently. Everything's time makes you more intelligent.
Well,
No, they do. That's a fact, isn't it? If you're
What the fuck is he talking about?
Evolution, basically. Maybe.
Look,
Maybe.
he knows what he wants to say, but he's
He's
oh my god.
But I feel like that's been the plight of this whole show. It's like he knows what he's trying to say. Just when it comes out, it's like that. There's no way you
What the
formulated
hell?
that. Like, how did you just let that out of your mouth? Like, it's just incomplete. It's like, you know how you have a drawing board in your mind and you try to formulate stuff and it makes sense. And we do this unknowingly. We do this automatically. But his drawing board, it just falls out of his mouth. There's no drawing board. It's like he formulates it on the table.
Right,
like,
right.
well-
It's a drawing board vomit of word salad.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, we'll pick and choose what we think you might have meant. And we'll go from there.
I usually like to let things like this cook,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't. I had to just say something.
This is out there, man. This is out there, dude.
Yeah.
This one's out there. Okay.
Yeah.
knocking around longer, then you're learning more because more stuff's going on and you soak it up. And that's what these insects are doing. They're all learning. You know what I mean?
No.
I saw a cockroach playing Pac-Man. It was on the internet, right? And somebody had linked up a cockroach to some. I can't even bother explaining it, but that's what I'm saying. Everything's moving on.
Yeah, but Pac-Man's like such an old hat game, man. It's like from the 1980s.
Yeah, that cockroach is so old. God, get with life, man.
Hello, PlayStation 3. Is it
Hello.
Hello.
Yesterday's cockroach.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
All I'm saying is, I do watch a lot of insects and stuff, and you never see them wasting time. They're always doing something. An ant's carrying something somewhere. Sometimes I watch it and it goes somewhere and comes back again. You think, does it know what it's doing? But at least it's trying.
What is it doing though? What is that ant doing?
Work. It's building a house or...
What's the point? It's everything it does is pointless.
How can you say that?
It's pointless.
I'll tell you what, if there was a bigger sort of being looking over the world and they went, right, let's look at the human race. And, well, they'd look at the ants first and they go, right, they've got their hands full. They're carrying big stuff. They try to save time by carrying stuff that's way too big for them, really. They could do that between three of them, but they don't. They're all grafting hard. Then they go, right, hit the human button. They hit the human button, they watch the humans. The amount of people who are just sat about doing now, Lily Allen in London at 2 a.m. So what? What are we doing?
I agree with you, but what are you doing?
You see, the ant analogy, joking aside, I think there you hit on the fact that life is about working for what you get. And I'm right behind that. I am right behind that. I think that's I think that's absolutely true.
That's what I meant. What's dangerous is,
Boiling kettle to an ant.
at the end of the day, right? Yeah, but that's evil, isn't it?
What?
You know, I mean, you sometimes make out as if I'm an evil man. We had a
What?
problem in the garden. Suzanne said we've got to get rid of these.
What? I can't.
I don't get it, man. But you see how, but you see, like, to the point previously made, like he has like the drawing board vomit, just like, and then it's up to Ricky and Steve to possibly make it make sense. I love it.
Yeah. And Ricky got it on the first half, but now he's going like, that's not fair. Carl's like, that's not fair. What?
Hey, you're making me out as an evil guy. Like, never. I don't think any of them have ever made him out to be evil.
He's just he creates his own evil and just makes me want to tear my hair out.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's wild, man. It's
This
just
is-
different, man. It's
Thank
different.
God this is the last one.
Oh, wow, man. What a journey this has been.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it's a bit out of order. They are outside. And she said, yeah, but there's getting a lot of them. She went and popped the kettle on. I said, I can't handle this. I went in, right?
What? You didn't want to see the ant thread? That's sweet. You know, they're there.
Yeah, they might be causing a problem, but I don't want to see this mess. Now, the thing is, she went out, she poured the hot water on it. I left it a few minutes. I went out, I had a cup of tea. I thought, it's a waste of electrical.
Kettle's
line.
cool, yeah.
So I took my cup of tea out there, and I'm sat there, and then I just saw one come back from wherever it had been. One ant. He looked devastated. Because that had been away. As far as that was concerned, it had been out to get a leaf or whatever. Came back, devastation. And that's the thing. He summed up death for me. That the ants that are dead, they didn't know anything. Suddenly they were there. Next minute, load of water, dead. It's the people who are still living in life that are the saddest, aren't they? After death. And that summed it up.
What do you think?
That ant would have been better off being there when it happened.
How could you tell the ant was?
What do you think? So you
Just the
saw
way,
him,
I mean, they run around in circles anyway, don't they? But this was just kind of going, what's going on?
and what did it slow down when it got nearer the nest? Did it drop the leaf and then you see it run the last few inches?
It just kind of got close, and it was like a double take almost. Almost like it got near the hole, and then it was like, hang on a minute, this can't be it, because no one's around. Then it walked on, and it went, no, it is the hole. And it went back, and it just sort of stopped for a minute. And that for me, that's the sort of thoughts, things that you can look at as a human and appreciate it and understand it and go, yeah, that's true, that is like life. Instead of, oh, am I awake? Am I asleep or what? No. But you might as well be asleep because you're doing nothing else.
Wow. That sums it up right there. The last ending, that was basically it.
Yeah, that was him. Someone should just put that, like, some epic music behind it, like the 4th of July, Independence Day. You know what I mean? That's right up there with the Independence Day speech.
Yes.
7 years ago, this great nation
That wasn't
had
it. Independence Day speech, but yeah.
I know it's not
Okay,
Independence
cool.
Day, but I knew that. I've seen Independence Day.
Cool.
I just have to go to your old YouTube channel to find
Oh my God, that
speech.
was our best president. President Paxton. Man, that was
President Paxton, and then afterwards we got President Bartlett, and life was good in that alternate universe.
100%, man. Man. God.
I was in the supermarket recently, just walking past the condoms, and you never know when you're going to run out of balloons. and I was weird because the condoms in the supermarket are contained in a kind of cage, in a plastic cage, so it makes it all the more embarrassing buying them. So I'm trying to open this thing, and this guy who works there, sort of in his middle-aged guy who works there, goes, you have to take that to the checkout, so you can't open that yourself. And so I just left it. I thought, forget it, I'm not gonna take these to the counter, because you never know. It's like if you get served by a woman, it's still a bit embarrassing, particularly if that's all you're buying. Because she knows what you're up to. You're gonna fill them up with water and throw them at students.
What? Okay, first of all, are the condoms locked away for a reason?
I guess that's what he's saying. Maybe they're the most stolen things.
Perhaps, like there's no, mortal reason why they should be locked up. But so what? If that's the only thing you're buying? Hell, in that scenario, you might get a date out of it. Like, come on.
Yeah. You go to the condom dealer, aka the drugstore. Like, what? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I guess to not make this weird, I'll buy some bubble gum. What? No, that makes it now that makes it more weird. But,
no. You gotta buy like a 40 in condoms.
Okay, here we go. Just don't make it awkward for them. How dare they make it awkward for you?
Right. How dare they?
Yeah.
And look, I've worked as a cashier before, and some people have come through, and I don't say anything. You know, I'll let them say something, and you know, if they say something, I'll go along with it.
Yep.
You know, and here's one of my favorite moments as a cashier, and I've said this. And I asked a customer, when they were just buying condoms, it's like, do you want a bag? And I can't remember this guy's name, but he is my hero. He said, "No, she's not that ugly."
There you go.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Oh man.
Here we go. And of course, it's Steven that has this story, not Ricky, not Carl.
He's gotten more comfortable later. Like, even though it's the last episode, my God, we've heard more from Steven in this past little bit than ever.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 episodes, he was basically quiet. He facilitated.
Yeah.
Now he's actually taking part of the episode. So that's interesting.
It's a shame there wasn't a 4th series of this. He probably would have been head to head with Carl with stories.
Yep.
And anyway, the reason I mention this is because it reminded me of the conversation we've all enjoyed in the past, Rick, about when Carl bought for his girlfriend for Christmas. Was it a
2-pack?
A 2-pack of
what was it?
condoms?
Wasn't it about buy one get one free?
Yeah.
So that was a couple of years ago, Carl, the famous condom gate. Have you bucked your ideas up since then?
I just think that as time goes on, you don't sort of buy each other as many presents.
Sorry, that was a bumper year, was it? That was a hell of a. She went. Oh, I remember when you used to buy me stuff like condoms. It's gone downhill since then.
Well, no, she didn't know
presents.
she was getting them. What I mean is, there's less.
Of course,
surprises.
she didn't.
That's what I mean, though. It was sort of interesting to when I gave them her and said, "There you go, open them." She was not expecting that. And as time goes on...
No, she was probably expecting a piece of jewellery or a holiday in Paris.
It's more difficult, is what I mean, to surprise someone, innit, over time.
No. But the surprise thing is meant to always be a good surprise.
Yeah, but don't... If you always get something good... It's like the 3 wise men. What did they get the second year for little baby Jesus? Do you know what I mean? Once he's had that gold, it's like... I've sort of made it hard work for myself there. I've got to get him something better than that now. So it's best to give him the myrrh.
And next year, get him the gold.
It's like how you know how like people make a big thing out of having it away for the first time, and they go, "Oh, I'm going to do that tonight." Not the way to do anything. You won't get anything done by planning.
That's a quote. That's an amazing quote. That'll be up there with Newton and Churchill. You don't get anything done by planning.
Actually, that's another one of his wisdoms that is actually true. In that scenario, the more you plan, the less likely it's going to happen.
Yep. Like the more that's how we live our life, man. I mean, it's hectic as it sounds. It's like once you have something in stone, that plan never happens.
Right.
There's more to change that planning. You know what I mean? It almost feels like the universe doesn't want you to have concrete plans. It's just because the way it is. That's just how we've lived our lives. It's like whenever we make a plan, it's penciled in, not chiseled in, not painted in.
Pen.
No, not written in pen, penciled in. That's it.
Oh yeah, always.
Oh, he's only gonna write it down for a whole fucking year.
Yes. Take it.
Yay! Glad it's back.
That, of course, signifies another reading from Carl's diary. Let's make the most of it. Let's enjoy some of the wisdom.
I also think
Carl
it's the
Pilkington.
last time ever he will make an entry in this diary because you're not going to keep another one, are you?
I don't know yet. I might just get a smaller one. But I found that since keeping a diary, I've gone out of my way to do more stuff.
Well, you say that, but...
Well, let's find out. Let's find out if that's true.
No, I have.
I read a bit in the news about people being injured while trying to cut open avocados. It's a food that ain't worth injuring yourself for. If it's a hassle to get into, leave it to the experts. I have never bought one. I have also avoided coconuts and pineapples. The amount of hassle to get into these things outweighs the joys they give.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I never bought a pair of Dr. Martin boots. Too much hassle when it's time to take them off.
Yeah, a lot of my mates used to wear them in like the 80s. You know, you can't just kick them off, can you? It's a big upheaval.
You've got to unlace them.
Yeah, I mean, since I found shoes with Velcro on them, brilliant.
Why don't you get it sponsored? Because you could wear a Velcro toupee. Because that would be great if we could do that. If someone could invent a little hairpiece for Carl, Velcro to the little bit of fluff he's got on the top of his head, his shiny orange-like head. Pop a little Velcro toupee on. I would love that. I would love to get him wearing a wig.
Watched a programme about the twins this morning. It was filmed 16...
Okay. Before we get into the next one, my friend, do you know how to open an avocado and get the seed out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how to do
You
that?
cut around the seed, twist it, take it out, take the knife, chop it, twist it, pull it out.
Right.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and that's what I do too. For everybody watching, put a towelette on your hand first before you thwack it, and then it'll pop out, and then you pinch it, comes out. Now, do you know how to get into coconuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait. No, yeah, maybe I just don't. I'm not a coconutty kind of guy. I just don't.
Okay.
It's like the weaker of everything.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
love
I would figure it out if I was on a desert island and I had coconuts. I would find out how to.
Okay, so for you and for everybody else watching, take a drill, one of those electric drills. You're gonna see 3 eyes on it. Drill into 2 of them, and then turn it upside down into a cup. Let it drain out, and then take the coconut with all the hair on it. Put it in the oven, 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Then afterwards, that's when the hair will and skin will peel off, and you'll get the white meat out of it, and then you can shred it and do what you want with it.
That's crazy. You don't just take the brown part and just smash it and crack it that way?
No, you gotta bake it first.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
cool.
What was the other one? Doc Marten boots.
Yeah.
I've never owned a Doc Marten pair of boots.
They're just very, very hefty.
They are. I gifted my ex a pair of them once for Christmas, and that's all I know about them. That's it.
There's lots of laces. Boots are not fun. That's why I love the boots with the zipper on the side. They're awesome.
Yep.
Those things are great.
Oh yeah, life changers.
Yeah, man.
Watched a programme about the twins this morning. It was filmed 16 years ago. They are mental. They did everything together, including the backing up. Phone calls had to happen twice so they could both have the same chat, and they said the same stuff at the same time. Well weird. The bloke who I watched it with, I don't know who that is, just some homeless guys that you just invited into the flat?
Just someone I've been sort of working with.
Do you know a mate of yours? He said he fantasised about having it away with a pair of twins. I don't see the point in this. If you're going to have 2 of something, I would prefer to have 2 different. Have 2 different women. If I had 2 cars, I wouldn't have the same one twice. Same rule with women. I don't even normally like buying the same pair of trainers twice in a row.
No, if you're going to have something new, make a change. It's like that fella who was going out with a woman and then left her and went out with a twin sister. Not worth it.
Not worth it!
It's not worth the upheaval, is it? Because it's exactly the same model.
My theory about reading old news is right. It's less bad when you know it's old. It was a story about a weatherman who was fired yesterday for having a nude picture of himself on the internet. But that happened 2 days ago. He's probably got another job by now. So old news isn't as shocking.
Well, old news isn't news, though, is it?
It's
olds.
history.
What are you doing? Just reading the olds?
No, but what I mean is, if someone
Stick the video on of last week's news. I just want to catch up on the olds.
Yeah, but then it's still news. News is something that you don't know, isn't it? If someone tells
Well, that's
you
everything to you.
That's information, Carl, not news.
Yeah.
but news is information.
No,
And
the key with news is the word new.
No, I don't think it is it? It's just information, but they tell you at 10 o'clock at night. It's like, what information's gone on? Bong. Here's some information.
Yeah, that you didn't know before because you couldn't have, because it only happened today. Bong.
Yeah, but never mind that. I'll tell you in a couple of days. It doesn't matter as long as you get the same info. Bong.
Yeah, we can't call it news though because it's misleading. We'd get done. It's called olds. Bong.
But listen to my theory. What I'm saying is that if someone in your family, I don't want to bring the tone down, but someone dies in your family. Now, say if you're away on holiday, and they don't call you because they don't want to ruin your holiday, and you come home, and they go, Uncle Frank's dead, and you go, oh, when did that happen? And they go, 2 weeks ago. Now, because everyone else has got over it, it's not as bad for you. Because part of bad news is the way everyone's walking around moping, going, oh, have you heard the news? Frank's dead. But because everyone's got over it, time is a healer. That's what I mean about old news. It's better than new news.
But according to you, the only news that really matters is stuff that affects you. So it doesn't matter when you... there was an earthquake, when was it? Yesterday. Phew, that's alright then. Often the aftermath is worse than the actual event. 2, you only care about things that actually happen to you. So the doctor goes, you got a kidney stone. Oh, when did this happen? 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's alright then. Doesn't make sense.
No, but the world is...
You're not upset about dead Uncle Frank just because other people are upset. You'd be upset personally. Would it make any difference when they talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is everyone else's emotions that make it worse, I think. Knocking around people who are miserable.
What about warnings? What about when they do things like smog warnings, or, there may be
I don't like it on the news when they sort of say, news just in. I think, oh, what's this? You think, oh, what's going on?
But it might be useful to know it.
Important information.
No, it just makes you panic.
What? Yeah, but sometimes knowing stuff keeps you alive.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. It's sirens, you see. I don't like sirens, do I? I've said to you, I think it's a scary noise.
Well, it's meant to be so you get out of the way.
No, it's not meant to be. It's a sign to get out of the way. I'd prefer it if it... Like I've said,
Hiya, can you just move out of the way?
it can be anything, as long as it can be a chicken noise. But as long as you know
That's not
chicken
going to freak
noise.
people out.
No, but it sort of make you smile. But you'd go, oh, let's get out of
You're
the way.
cycling along and you hear what sounds like a giant chicken behind you.
And you smile because you know that even though someone is burning to death, there's something clucking in my way.
That's probably a guy having a heart attack.
I don't know why. That's so funny to me. The idea, a clucking fire signal or police siren.
Oh my God, they're scary. Like that's the point.
Yeah,
That's the point.
it's to inspire you to get out of the way. If it sounded like Woody Woodpecker, you would be laughing. Your idea would be to get out of the way.
And sometimes, and hear me out on this, I don't even think they're loud enough sometimes. Like, I'll be in my car, and I'll be, like, messing around with stuff. I'll look up, and there's a fucking fire engine behind me. Like, where did that come from? And I zoom away. But, like, still, that's why they're loud. Not for the bystanders, not for the pedestrians. They're not hitting pedestrians. They're about hitting cars. So they have to be able to be heard inside the other car.
Yeah, and that's... Because most people these days, when they're in their cars, they have loud music or podcasts on, and they're most of the time they're zoned out, and they don't realize that there's someone behind them that needs to get through.
Yeah,
we're more oblivious now.
Trust me, I've been at least 2 or 3 times in my life that's happened to me. Where I look up, nothing's there, whatever, do my thing, look up again, fucking fire truck. I'm like, oh shit, never heard it, just saw it. So
yeah.
But
perfect timing.
I went to my mum and dad's today. Got there with mum and dad. His mum made him some dinner. The old woman next door, brackets, whose man was a witch. Just pop that in brackets.
What?
Just pop that in brackets. I think we've discussed that before, actually. The old woman whose mum was a witch.
Whose man was a witch?
Yeah.
Oh.
The old woman next door has been worrying because she keeps seeing adverts on the telly about changing to digital TV. She's saying she doesn't want wires drilled into her walls because they'll make a mess. My dad told her that it doesn't matter because it'll probably won't happen until 2012 and she'll be dead by then.
He didn't say that to her.
No, they've got, she's...
Oh, God. That's things you just don't say.
I love that honesty.
That's where Carl gets it from. His dad.
I freaking love
I'm sure
that.
partially his mom, too, but,
like,
that does sound like something Carl would say.
Oh, man. It doesn't matter. It's not even out of your hand. Like, you'll be dead. Trust me. You're fine. You're fine.
And watch, she lives until 2031.
Yep. Wow.
She's old. It doesn't. She knows she's going to die. I mean, it's something we've all got in common. And he's right, isn't he? Why is she worrying about it? Maybe that's sorted it out. Put it into perspective for her. You will be dead when this happens. Don't be worrying about it.
Went to bed around midnight. Suzanne and I decided to sleep tops and tails because it made me get a bit more room. Me dad had cut a bit off the mattress to fit it between two cupboards. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes just sawing off a bit of the mattress. You sort of roll to the edge, but the weight of the blankets keeps you in. This is like something from a Roald Dahl book.
No, it's just, you know, you think anything, you can sort of trim anything, can't you? And it normally works. But with a mattress, I mean, he only took off, I don't know how long that is, but he's sawn off about that much on the mattress and then has stapled it back together again.
Amazing.
And it just makes so much difference.
Of course it does, because a mattress is a very carefully designed object.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, though, would you?
Well, you
just
would
think
if you had a
it's full of
fucking brain in
sponge.
your nut.
So we decided to sleep tops and tails. It just gets stranger.
So strange. Why?
He did it to make the room nicer with the cupboards on either side.
So he sawed a mattress in half.
Well, not in half.
Can you imagine how much hard it must be to saw a mattress in half? What did he use? What, a big electric saw?
Well, it must have been, yeah, because there's a lot of springs and stuff in there.
Jesus.
So what happens to the springs? They just spring out the
Well,
sides.
some sort of stick out a little bit, but you're not lying on top, are you? They come out the side. So it's just got a bit of gaffer tape and a staple gun.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man,
What?
It's like
Does he run it as a hotel? That's unbelievable.
there are squats with better bedding arrangements. The mad woman next door saw me and
Why?
I know that.
There's-
I
Go ahead.
just like you cut into a mattress. Like, dude, man, that's it for the mattress. You're gonna blow it out the side. Like, holy
Yeah.
crap. Holy
Ed.
crap, dude.
That's worse than taking off the tag on the mattress, which really.
Yeah,
For
I got it.
all y'all watching that are not in America, Google that. Taking
Yeah.
the tag off a mattress if you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. They'll find you. They'll break down your door.
I will. It's like the Liam Neeson
Yeah.
Taken.
Uh,
For you. I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
yeah. That's pretty much it if you take a tag off the mattress in the US. But
Pretty
that's
much.
why that's pretty psychotic right there. Like, I get it. But why not change your cupboards around?
Yeah.
Why cut
Yeah.
the mattress?
Rearrange the room. You know, don't put them on the back wall. Maybe put them on the side wall.
Now here's a question. Here's $1 million question. How come they didn't have to cut the bed frame?
Interesting.
I'm not trying to poke holes in anything, but usually the bed frame and the mattress are the same size.
Usually.
I mean, yeah, but who
Should
knows
be.
what alley Carl got this mattress from? So,
Yeah. No idea. No idea. It was probably the one that flew off of your truck and he found it
Yeah.
in the ditch.
Oh my god, yeah. God, man.
Call back.
Yep.
next door saw me and said, "Hello, Clive. You live in a nursery rhyme." The old man down the road, the old woman next door whose mum's a witch, Uncle Alf who lives in a dinky.
This is like not a real place. It's like fucking Narnia.
It's a children's TV program.
Unbelievable. Oh, God. Just all of them there on this broken mattress trying to find the golden ticket. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, what's the big thing of this year? What's the big thing so far? You'll go, oh, yeah, that was the year that...
I haven't really been following what's going on because of other like personal.
Well, yeah,
issues.
what's the big... Okay, what's the
It's
big thing?
my boiler's playing up still. Sick of it.
You what?
My boiler.
Your boiler.
The boiler that heats the water up and stuff. But it doesn't.
You know what I'd do in that situation? I'd instantly get a repairman out to sort it out.
Done that twice. It was 80 quid for him just to say, yeah, it looks like you need a new one.
Why don't you get a new one then?
Call out. Because then you wondered, are you meant to believe him or is he out
What?
to sort of...
Well, he's
try and
the
get on
expert.
with it? Yeah, but is he? It's
Well, I
like you're meant to
dunno.
get a second opinion, aren't you? Like,
So that was the first time then. So what was the second time? Who came out the second time?
same fella.
And what did he say?
I
What
thought
did
you
he
were going to
call
get a second opinion.
Yeah,
But
and
I
also-
called up the company and they just sent him again.
You called the same company?
Different
What was,
company.
what was his second opinion? 80 quid.
You never call the same company. You call a different company to get a different opinion. That dude probably serves that area for that
Yep.
company.
Yep.
So get a different person.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Same guy came out twice.
Probably said the same thing.
Yep. I was like, hey man, I thought you were going to get a new one. I am the expert. God.
Good
Fucking
God.
Carl.
I undercharged you. It's 150.
No, because they must look in the book and sort of go, oh, you know, Harry went round there or whatever, and they must think, well, he went there last time, so he knows the situation,
Yeah.
and got the same fella again.
Well,
so he
well
turned
and
up.
got the same opinion, I assume.
Same answer, yeah.
So what's his advice?
He just said, you know, there are people out there who will touch it if you pay the right money.
Well, okay, so you're going to get an expert in who does this thing and sorts it out. So,
Well, no, I called
on.
up my dad.
oh yeah,
He always knows someone who can sort stuff out. And he said, oh, one of your cousins is a boiler man, and yeah, they're coming round, but I've never met them. And it turns out that person, because like the whole family, you know, I'm not into sort of keeping in touch with people.
Sure.
I haven't spoke to my brother for like, I don't know, 12 years, and sister
man.
about 15 years and that. So the idea of this cousin, who I mean, he might as well not have said he's my cousin, because I'm not going to know him anyway. I mean, it might have, that last fella, Harry, might as well have been related. so they're going to turn up, and now it turns out that because they haven't seen the rest of the family, they're going to like use this as a reunion.
What? So they're all going to come round
they're all-
whilst
They're all coming round.
he fixes the boiler.
Yeah, and I hate it. I hate family things anyway.
so they're going to come round and just look at you.
Well, yeah, apart from the one who's fixing it, he'll be fixing it, and the others will just be sat around, sort of going, so, how have you been? It's like, well, where do you start? I haven't seen... seriously, I mean, they are strangers. When they buzz, I could be letting anyone in. They buzz the door.
And so you're going to entertain them all in your flat? Tiny
Well,
little flat?
I said to my dad that I might just say that I've got to go to a meeting, let them in, and then shoot off. And all it's going to do is dig up problems, innit? If my cousin was Einstein, very nice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's
If
going to
your
add
cousin
extra
was
pressure.
Einstein, then you really are an underachiever.
Do you know what? If he was, I'd know about it.
I don't reckon you would know about it.
I reckon I would.
Because that's old,
With
old
Einstein.
news.
They would have stayed in touch.
That's
It
old.
was the weird one with the scruffy hair and his tongue out.
Yeah. I remember our early ambition was to actually be educational as well as hopefully entertaining, and I feel perhaps at times we've perhaps slightly shortchanged listeners in terms of what they're learning.
Well, they're not learning anything because also, even as you know, compared to Carl, we are educated, but we're guessing a lot of the stuff, and he flummoxes us, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun trying to be pompous and professorial enough just to fight Carl's ignorance.
I think we've learned more new words from Carl than we've learned anything else.
Yeah,
There's been a
yeah.
lot of the made-up words, perhaps more than ever before. And also some of the most abstract conversations I think we've ever had. I mean, Carl's, as he gets older, becomes more and more
He,
arrogant and confident.
He said a new one to me the other day. There was a problem downloading, and he said they've added to the fuckerage. Which is good.
Yeah.
No, I reckon the stuff we know is enough now, and all we tend to do is find problems.
All the mysteries still in the world. The
What a prick.
mind-body problem.
What a prick.
How to save the world.
Yeah, but we know, are we? We know it's dying. We don't know how to fix it.
Not yet, we don't.
Turn your lights off.
But then we
You
didn't.
turn yours off. Just get sick of it. Leaflets through the door all the time. Turn your heating off. Turn the lights off. Living like a mole.
I love his little internal dialogues out loud. They're fantastic. The little discussions he has with himself. Oh, I can't wait till he's old. That's going to be amazing, us three. When we're about 75, 80, he's fucking moaning. Oh, we're in a little home
Oh man.
Oh, Carl, do you remember when you were 73? No, do I fuck?
Tell us the Tic Tac anecdote again.
Man.
Man.
Oh, what a fucking
Yes. Gonna let it play.
Bittersweet, man.
Bittersweet.
What a feather in a cap.
Yes, we finally got to the end of
Yeah.
the Ricky Gervais show.
End of a journey, dude.
We have
End of a
stretched out Carl Pilkington's stay on the ETS 21 channel for a lot longer than a lot of people have done so.
Oh my God, Carl, man, he is the staple of the channel almost. You know what I mean? He's been with us since the very, very, very beginning.
Yes,
I would say right after, like directly after Twitch days.
Yeah, right as we were wrapping up the Oasis days. That's when Carl Pilkington came about.
When the background was just the wall. Before the flags, before the backdrop.
Right. When it was just, a prison-looking wall, aka the storage unit, how a actual storage unit is supposed to look.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's nice.
I don't think it's fair to just say 2 thumbs up, because the whole entire series, despite what we've, complained about it, is like it's like a comfort.
It's a perfect podcast.
Yeah.
It's a perfect show. It's something that takes you away. It makes you think, makes you laugh, makes you have to pick one of the 3 people that are either opposing an argument or presenting an argument. Makes you defend. It's a perfectly written show.
Yeah, or unwritten show.
Yeah, unwritten. Like you can always tell they went in with like a train of thought, and then that shit just went out the window.
Yeah. Because Carl. That's why.
Because Carl.
Yeah, and other than me editing down the Moaning of Life to put on YouTube, like I know there's a couple other Carl things to check out. Thanks for coming along this ride with us. It's been amazeballs.
It's been fucking epic, guys. It's been epic.
We've become better people as a result. I would like
bitter
to
or better? You say bitter or better?
Bitter and better. Somewhat better, mostly more bitter.
Oh man, no, this is awesome, man. This whole thing, 2 years, man. It's just a feather in a cap for us, man. This is nice. It's nice to cross the finish line finally.
Yes, finally. Upwards and onwards, y'all.
Yep.
There's somewhere around to subscribe and watch another video. Those of you on the Patreon, thanks for your patronage. Getting the lights on here. Yeah. In both cases, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
Unplug and do something legendary, guys.
See y'all in the next one.
Later.
Fellas, we could be that mistake. Let's do this.